just a little bit time. Maybe I could get a little bit time. Cause I know when you find and I can't deny the fact that though your love no be beans in a Gary, oh. And if no be love, no money, no. We need to blend like Bonnie and Clyde. Then I fit to die for your face,
Fire gets you.
Exactly 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. My name is Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla right here on Heartlines. And right there you heard Case by Tenny right here on Channel Africa. And you can catch us live coming from our SABC studios in Johannesburg. And catch us on channel 628 on OpenView HD and channel 802 on a DSTV audio bouquet. Let's open up the chat lines on +27 63 416 9126, and there's lots to be chatting about this evening on Heartlines as I stand in for Shayla. And we did say that we've got lots to celebrate, quite a bit to cover for this evening. And yeah, we're talking Shisha Sundays, bolder and louder. And yeah, it's going to be happening on the 25th of May this year, and that's what we're going to be chatting about in this first hour. And it's all happening at Mlando Katlohong. Yeah, transforming the East Rand into a celebration of township pride and creativity. And in the second hour, man, paying tribute as well to Goyo Gaho. And as we know that she was selected to curate the 2026 Venus Biennale, and she was the first African woman to hold this position. And I mean, really, there is lots to cover for this evening. But thank you so much for choosing Channel Africa. We're going to be with you all the way until midnight, which brings us to exactly 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. I'm not flying solo. It's always a team that always makes things happen. I've got Mateko on production as well. We're going to be, rocking the ship together. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with more.
Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126, and we will call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So yeah, that's who I am,
It's not just talk. It's your chance to air your views, share your opinion, engage with the community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Channel Africa. Born to tell Africa's incredible stories.
Sigo la bueno la África.
A nossa história contada por nós.
Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday to you.
Listen on SABC Plus, DSTV Audio Bouquet 802, and Satellite Channel PAS 10.
Laisse-moi entrer dans ta vie. Fais-moi pas. Go, go, go. Ouvre-moi la porte de ton cœur. Fais-moi pas. Go, go, go. Tu es la seule fontaine dans ce désert. Ne t'arrive pas, Stéphanie. Oh, non, 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 non. J'ai prié Dieu des dieux, changé mon étoile, supplié les ancêtres, rien n'en change. Oh, espéré, j'ai rêvé, supplié, j'ai pleuré, l'oiseau s'est enfui, sans rester le plus haut, oh, 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 fais pas, go, go, go. Laisse-moi entrer dans ta vie. Fais pas, coco. Ouvre-moi la porte de ton cœur. Fais pas, coco. Tu es la seule fontaine dans ce désert. Ne t'arrive pas, Stéphanie. Yo, non. Maribo, Domino, mais des djeng et tout. Des clés bon à son kémiana, nous vita pas nous. Je suis foutu. Maribo, Domino, mais des djeng et tout. Des clés bon à son kémiana, nous vita pas nous. Je suis foutu. Oh, fais pas. Coco. Laisse-moi entrer dans ta vie. Fais pas, coco. Ouvre-moi la porte de ton cœur. Fais pas, coco. Tu es la seule fontaine dans ce désert. Ne t'arrive pas, Stéphanie. Yo, non. Toi qui contrôles les émotions, impulsions et passions. Qu'à regarder mon visage. Toi qui levais à peine les yeux, à peine tu disais nous deux. Pourquoi tout a chaviré? Accélérateur, moteur, ça tourne. Les belles filles dans la danse. Les belles filles, levez-vous dans la danse.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet, Channel 628.
Loving you be my greatest sin. Said I was done, but see I'm here. You don't make it easy, rara, to stay away from Yawa. Shiba, oh Shiba, girl you make me a sinner. Shiba, oh Shiba, no make me pull the trigger. Never say never, no I can do whatever. For Shiba, oh be mine, don't wanna be so loser, no. Drunk on your potion, can feel my lips burning. losing composure. Can't feel my face, drowning. Seems so irrational. Ready to risk it all. If I can't have you, nobody can. No. Tell me how can I get my mind off you? Oh Sheba, I cannot take my hands off you. Tell me how I cannot get my eyes off you. Oh, yeah. Sheba, oh Sheba, girl you make me a sinner. Sheba, oh Sheba, no make me pull the trigger. Never say never. No, I can't do whatever. Oh Sheba, oh be mine. Don't wanna be so loser, no.
You're such a rush, my baby, slow down, come find your love. I'm hoping you see me, come serve it up. Loving how you stir it up. That body belong on TV. Ooh, this feeling I can't hide. You filling up my mind, and I just don't know why.
Oh Sheba, girl you make me a sinner. Sheba, oh Sheba, don't make me pull that trigger. Never say never. You know I can't do whatever. Sheba, oh Sheba.
It's exactly 16 minutes after 10 o'clock right here on Channel Africa. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla. And we are on OpenView HD on channel 628 and DSTV Audio Bouquet on channel 802. You can also find us on www.channelafrica.co.za. And our WhatsApp line is +27 63 406 9126. And on Twitter as well. You can also find us on @ChannelAfrica1. That's where you can find us and stream us as well on that website as well. Listen, let's jump straight into it. We spoke about it earlier. Shisha Sundays is back, bolder and louder, and draped in black on the 25th of May 2025. Now the iconic black edition takes over Mlando Katloheng, transforming the East Rand into a celebration of township pride and creativity. Now since its inception in 2019, Shisha Sundays has become more than just an event. It's a cultural movement designed to spotlight local talents, fashion, music and lifestyle. The platform is a beacon of South Africa's vibrant youth culture. This edition brings a carefully curated lineup of fresh voices, including Zingumalo, Tibuhle, and Tato Hadzi, plus rising Kasi artists who are set to ignite the stage. With the Amstel as the official beverage partner, expect smooth vibes and premium experiences. And it's more than just a Sunday, it's Shisha Sunday, the Black Edition. Now, to chat to us more about Shisha Sundays, we've got Neo Chakela joining us on the line. Good evening, Neo.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm great, thanks.
That's good. Did you have a good Mother's Day?
Yeah, let me just say yes. I'm not a mother, but my mom did have a good Mother's Day.
That's all that matters. You know, we celebrate it either way. You know, you never know. You might have family that you are mothering. In some ways, we mother people in some ways, right?
True.
Let's dive straight into it. Now, what inspires the theme for this year's All Black edition of Shisha Sundays?
Okay, we basically went for all black because it is inspired by elegance, unity, bold. And basically that's what all black represents, you know. It's more than just a dress code, it's a statement. Creates an atmosphere that feels premium, sophisticated, powerful, while still staying rooted to the township culture. It's a celebration of style, presence, and collective identity. You know?
Yeah, of course. It's very stylish as well. And it's very bold, as you say. Now, how has Shisha Sundays evolved since its first launch in 2019?
Okay, Shisha started as a small lifestyle chill-out session amongst friends. I think people who have been following it know that it started, I think, Beguse, same street as Ekona 1. It started as a gathering just for friends, and over the years it has grown into one of the most anticipated events brands in the township. We've expanded our team, we've introduced curated lineups, professional staging, brand partnerships, and bigger venues. What hasn't changed is our core mission to create a platform that supports music, lifestyle, and township creativity.
Wow, that sounds really amazing that you stick true to the township vibe as well, but also making it very sophisticated at the same time, because there's so many sophisticated elements about the hood, hey, like honestly. So it's really, really awesome that you guys created this kind of platform. Now, what makes this edition different from previous events?
Okay, the all black edition is most curated and elevated experience. Yet we've invested more in production, artist curation, brand activations, and the overall guest experience. From the Amsterdam experience bar to our artist lineup, fashion movement, and themed decor, we're pushing boundaries and setting a new standard for what a township lifestyle event should look like.
That's very interesting. Now, why was Mlando Katlehong chosen as the location for this edition? Sounds very interesting.
Shisha Sundays originates from Katlehong.
Right.
Katlehong is so Mlando specifically represents everything Shisha Sunday stands for, which is community, creativity, and vibrancy. It is important to us to bring value to spaces that are often overlooked by mainstream event organizers. Hosting it at Mlando also allows us to keep the energy authentic and directly engage with our core audience.
Now, tell me something. Have you always stuck in the past? Have you always stuck to a specific genre of music, or has it always been mixed?
No, we focus on balancing, blending and blending established names with fresh township talent. Our goal is for artists the same stage and the same sound quality as those with the big names, So we look for energy, originality, connection with our audience. We also consider who's relevant culturally and musically in the streets right now, not just who's trending online. I remember the first event that we had, Shisha, the song that was mostly commonly known for Shisha was Demtuda, Amaplanka. I don't know what is it called now, but at that time, Demtuda was relevant in the streets, and that's what we were pushing for. We're still keeping the culture going.
Now, speaking of the selection, now tell us how you actually came about selecting all these artists who are going to be performing and why. And sorry to interrupt you. More like, when I say why, more like what was the process of choosing? Because I know you say it's not about who's trending, who's got the most followers. What is your process of choosing this lineup,
So basically, what we do is we basically reflect on who's who, who's not who's trying to build themselves, and more than anything else, since we're saying we're trying to grow people and we're growing small talents, we're just recognizing the upcoming vocalists, upcoming DJs, pushing for people who are trying to build their brands, such as Scotty Uzi. I think Scotty Uzi also came in with Isha at some point. They were advertising when Scotty Uzi was still small. We're just a platform before an event. We intentionally give slots to local DJs, vocalists, abombale and creatives who may not be getting opportunities. From designs to logistics, our crew and vendors come from the township who believe in building from within. And Shisha Sundays is to create real opportunities, not just entertainment.
So you guys are big believers of the underdogs, right? How does Shisha Sundays aim to support and showcase township talent?
Okay, so when it comes to township talent, I think it goes back to what I just said, referencing to what I just said. We're a platform we're a platform before we are an event. So we intentionally give local DJs spots, and we give vocalist spots, we give creative spots. Everyone who might not get an opportunity to be recognized out there, but we just grow them in that way. And then our fashion culture, it's just an experience, like it's an expression. Fashion is a culture, you know, with all the all black theme. We've seen people go above and beyond with their outfits. It's created a new layer of anticipation around the event, and we're seeing fashion photographers, stylists, and even brands get involved. You know, it becomes a runway for style, and the visual culture adds a strong identity to Shisha.
So actually, you just answered my next question, saying that, you know, it plays fashion plays a massive identity in terms of Shisha as well, which is really, really amazing. And how did the partnership with Amstel come about, and what can guests expect from the Amstel Experience Bar?
Yo, guys, Amstel. Okay, so the partnership came from mutual. Amstel values culture and community, and they saw what we're building in the township. The Amstel Experience Bar will offer an exclusive vibe, chill zone, brand activations, merch giveaways, and premium service. It's their way of enhancing the experience while staying close to the people.
So what can attendees expect in terms of music activations and atmosphere on the day?
Okay, basically, they can expect a carefully crafted music journey from bits, amapiano to high energy performances. We're also bringing inactive brand activations, food stalls, and visual installations that speak to the all black vibe. The atmosphere will be electric, yet safe and welcoming. It's where lifestyle, music, and culture comes together, you know, so.
Now, you speak of fashion. Will there be a bit of a showcasing in terms of fashion, like in terms of a fashion show?
I think there's always a stall for fashion there.
Right.
The last time we had Cheese Merch showcasing their thing as well. They're also a local brand just trying to grow, you know. So there's always something when it comes to fashion.
So now, for someone who's really, really coming there to Shisha for the fashion aspect of it, who do you know has a store in terms of fashion for this Shisha Sunday coming up?
For this event?
Yeah.
I think Cheese Merch will be there.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's really amazing that you guys are able to showcase, like, you know, the underdogs or the upcoming artists or fashion designers, so to speak, you know. So I'm really a massive advocate of this because it's really great to showcase upcoming talents as well. Now, how does Shisha Sunday reflect on celebrating the South African youth culture?
So basically, Shisha is a mirror of what's happening in the streets.
Right.
It's the music, the fashion people wear, the artists we book. It's all rooted in youth expression. We're showing that the township isn't behind; it's ahead. In actual fact, you know, we're leaders in creativity, resilience, and community vibes, and that's what the brand celebrates.
What advice would you give to upcoming artists or curators who want to be part of the platform such as Shisha Sundays?
Just stay authentic, stay hungry, and keep building your brand. We're always watching. There's always someone who's watching, guys, and we're scouting, you know?
Yeah.
Talent that's out and bring something unique to the table. Engage with us on social media, send us your work, and most importantly, show up and support and network. Because I mean, if you pull up to the event, there are high chances that you're going to be meeting people. That's how networking works. Consistency opens doors, guys.
So now I wanted to ask you a question. I mean, you know, Shisha seems like, you know, it's a very, very massive platform, a very successful platform as well. Why the idea of Shisha Sundays? Why did you start this idea?
To be honest, I think more than anything else, Shisha was a thing of friends just celebrating friends, you know? It started as friends who like smoking pipe and who came about with this idea of just celebrating and having a habli bar, basically. And it grew into friends gathering and friends inviting their friends invited their friends, their friends invited their friends, and it became something massive, you know. It's always good to celebrate your surroundings with your friends, everything that you have, the smallest things, that your smallest wins, you know. So I think it's just about growing each other in a way. Your dreams are valid if you as a person feel like you want to start a business of clothing, we're here to support you as your boys. If you are here to start a business of alcohol and you have a license for it, we're here for you as your boys. So basically, we're just growing each other in a way.
Well, it sounds like, there's no restrictions when it comes to fun on Shisha Sundays. It's fun times all the way, I think your soul will be fed in many different aspects in terms of music and fashion and food as well. Speaking of which, what can people expect in terms of their palates, pleasing the palate as well?
So basically, okay, to start with, there are measures when it comes to safety at Shisha. we take safety very seriously.
Yes.
We work with security teams, medical personnel, and local authorities to ensure that the events run smoothly. And also, we a clear entry and exit points, proper engage and crowd management systems to keep things controlled and comfortable for everyone. I think everyone who has been to Shisha knows that we don't do stumpets.
Now, speaking of the safety precautions, how many people are you expecting on that day?
Yeah, the capacity, I think, I'm not sure. Roughly, usually we cater for more than 500 people.
Oh, but that's incredible. And then you guys have safety measures in place as well for such a big number, because 500 is no small feat, eh?
Yeah, definitely, we do. We also have people who have done, what do you call it, guys? Excuse me, pardon me for this. But those people that do CPR, basically, we have them.
Paramedics.
In a way. Not paramedics, but yeah.
What are the greatest forms of challenges since the inception of Shisha in 2019? Have you met challenges that you guys have overcome? And if so, what were those challenges?
I think more than anything else, the challenges that we've ever faced would be, what could be the challenge actually?
Because if you think about it, you guys started just before the break of COVID.
Yes.
So yeah.
Before COVID, Shisha wasn't that big.
Right.
But I think what we've faced as challenges would be things like running out of stock because it gets packed, people are just supporting, the support is just massive. Also with people not buying tickets prior to the event, wanting to have VIP tickets at the gate, sometimes it comes at a convenience, but I think more than anything else we'll at and we just make ourselves better all the time.
And I know, ticket sales are always available, but, these are always issues where people always, there's the last minute bunnies.
Minute.
Yeah. So but going forward, is that something that you'll ever be able to avoid, or does that speak to the success of the platform?
I think it speaks to the success of the platform. Absolutely. More than anything. Yeah. More than anything else, for someone, let's say I am from Soweto, I'm not aware of Shisha. I decide to visit a cousin or a friend in Katlehong, and they tell me they are attending this event in Katlehong. It's a big event. It's well known. There's so much fun going on there. There's so many things happening, and they tag along. Are they expected to have the tickets at that time? No, but we also cater for such needs. So we do sell tickets as well, just for safety measures more than anything else.
You speak of a friend, maybe someone coming from Soweto. I know you guys want to keep it authentically Katlehong, but what does the future hold for Shisha Sundays? Any plans of expansion or new concepts?
Absolutely. The vision is to take Shisha Sundays beyond Katlehong into other cities and even nationally, Right. We're developing new concepts like the Backyard Festival, fashion collabs, and youth empowerment programs. Shisha Sundays isn't anymore. It's a lifestyle movement.
I love that. A lifestyle movement. Now, thank you so much. For people to get more information, where can they hit you up?
Just hit us up on our social media platforms. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. Just say K1 Shisha, you will find us. Even on Facebook.
Listen, the 25th of May is around the corner. I wish you all the best of luck for this massive, massive day. And congratulations to you guys. And thank you so much for making the time to chat to us here at Channel Africa.
Thank you, Kitty. Would like to see you there too.
Yay! I'll come with Seko. She's become she's my partner in crime. I'll come with her. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay. Bye.
That was Noah giving us information on Shisha Sundays, and I hope you guys will be going out there in your masses. It's the 25th of May this year. Listen, it's going to be a vibe. 500 people. I would make sure that I buy my tickets now, be an early bird. Maybe now you're not an early bird, maybe you must still get tickets for a reasonable amount. And yeah, don't be a last minute bunny. Hey, just get it over and done with, and you don't have to queue up at the gate, but you'll be sorted. So listen, go out there in the masses and go and join in on Shisha Sundays. My name is Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla right here on Heartlines. So thank you so much for joining us, and catch us on www.channelafrica.co.za, and on our platform, on our social platforms, you can find us at Channel Africa 1. We'll be back in just a moment.
Africa's very own think tank. This is Channel Africa Online. www.channelafrica.co.za.
Sigo peguei.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future.
It's exactly 46 minutes after 10 o'clock right here on Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla. Do find us on OpenView HD on channel 628 and DSTV Audio Bouquet on channel 802. www.channelafrica.co.za is where you can find us. If there's a show that you missed, you can catch the podcast there of the language of your choosing. Our WhatsApp line to continue our conversations on +27 63 406 9126. At Channel 1 Africa, at Channel Africa 1 is where you can find us on our social media platforms. And on the other side of 11 o'clock, we are going to be coming through with a beautiful tribute of Akoyo Gahu. Listen, it's going to be really, really beautiful, who died at the age of 57. So that's something that you can look forward to in the second hour. But, speaking of people who have departed peacefully, man, it's been a sad couple of days. And, an incredible soul by the name of David Tatanela April. We lost him on the 10th of May, and it's just really, really, really heartbreaking. The South African arts community is mourning the profound loss of David Tatanela April, a visionary, a leader whose influence on dance and cultural development spanned more than 2 decades. A graduate of Moving Into Dance Company, a dance teacher, training courses. David rose through the ranks to become the company's artistic director and executive director, helping to shape it into one of South Africa's most respected contemporary companies and as an institution. Listen, I could go on forever. David April was literally the voice, our voice in the dance fraternity. So for me, it's such a massive loss, and I try to say this without breaking down and losing myself, because it's really, really a great loss, and may his soul rest in eternity peace. It is a great loss to the dance industry. It is a very, very, very sad time, and I wish strength and peace to his family and the entire dance industry and the arts as well, because it's a great loss. A beautiful quote just to also enhance on that. Mama was my greatest teacher, a teacher of compassion, love and fearlessness. If love is sweet as a flower, then my mother is that sweet flower of love. This is a beautiful quote from the great Stevie Wonder. We'll be back in just a moment.
Africa, meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Heartlines, connecting you with Africa's love culture into the night. On Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Mr. Fleet. Adeshi, go and tell them. Adeshi, Papi Chulo, Adeshi, stand like a tuso. Adeshi, yeah, me now pounds and dollar, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask up $10, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit, man? If the rabba not there, and the timbalaba not there, and you cannot do okay, do. Timaya come ne ko, no time for cho, no time for meow. If you know they, you know they. If you didn't they, maybe send account number. No time for cho. Adeshi. Papi chulo, Adeshi. Stand like a tuso, Adeshi.
Everywhere, Marama. Everywhere, Marama. All my girls, milli. Oshe kwanya wari agota. You dey play, you dey show. If we show, you go know. Everywhere, Sarambara. Oshe kwanya wari agota. Odeshi, papi chulo ni jale. Everywhere, cho. Ukwachiri na five fumbura kafe. Odeshi, ufefenefe. Copy a cariado.
It's time to take off. About the question, them girls on shaky. Oh, what about you? Only one be a see what you. Tipping them on their necks. I just blew, but I know myself. Trouble go there. Finally, I'm on top. Trouble go there. Pounds and dollar, yeah. Let me want a big for dollar, yeah. Make you go ask up $10, yeah. My people want the rubber, yeah. What shall they profit a man if the rapper banote and the timbala banote and you cannot do okay?
Yoko. Tibaya flavor, yeah. Odeshi for we side. Yoko. Tibaya flavor, yeah. Odeshi for we side. You get there. Hey, you get there.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
I've been there so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you talk say he dey kill. Under fire, the person where they be for. Suffer no they tire you. Hunger no they wire you. It be like country no they hammer you. Shake no they shake you. Shake it up for over. If you want know the coco, it go make you the loco. Plenty blessings, plenty they follow. Sure you think say I don't know, no be today. I remember Sakpa used me they play. I've been this so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you don't say he they kill. Under fire, the person where they be for. I've been this so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you talk, say he they kill. Under fire, the person where they be for. I've been there so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you talk, say he they kill. Under fire, the person where they be for. I've been there so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you talk, say he they kill. Allow me enjoy, 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 allow me. All your friends go gather you. Grace and blessings cover you. You see this life, make money, chop money. Enjoy yourself, problems no they finish you. If you want know the coco, it go make you the loco. Plenty blessings, plenty they follow. Sure you think say I don't know, no be today. I remember Sakpa used me they play. I've been this so far, they hustle for the street. I can't scatter everything on the legit. I see courage, enjoyment, you talk, say he they kill. Under fire, the person where they be
happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday to you.
Listen on SABC Plus, DSTV Audio Bouquet 802, and Satellite Channel PAS 10.
Tous à la sincère, tous à la franc. Hypocrisie, to boy. Ingratitude, to boy. Nani akoki kosunga ekolo. Soki mobutu te nani mosusu. Mobutu seko. Tous à la sincère, tous à la franc. Hypocrisie, to boy. Ingratitude, to boy. Nani akoki kosunga ekolo. Soki mobutu te nani mosusu. Mobutu seko.
Sensibilisation, yaba peuple. Mars, tina mois de mai. Responsabilisation, yaba militante, naba militant. Mois de mai, tina mois de novembre. Bagan électoral pour yako pona président ya impère. Moto na moto asa l'examen de conscience. Akanisa epai to outil.
Yabi son candidat, Mobutu CC. Yabi son candidat.
Candidat na biso na bazando na bilanga na kati ya misala epai bozali candidat na biso Mobutu. Bana kelasi boyebisa batata na bamama, candidat na biso Mobutu.
Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé. Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé Mobutu. Zambati na yo comité central. Oke bana bandoki. Etumba na bandoki esilite. Damogo pour retenir candidat Mobutu. Otala na bino na miso Mobutu. Bandoki basilite.
Belela kombo ya Mobutu. Eko changer bino rien. Comité central, bureau politique, naba commissaire du peuple, candidat na biso Mobutu. Conseil exécutif, la magistrature, na armée nationale, candidat na biso Mobutu. Pas gouverneur, naba commissaire de zone nyonso, candidat na biso Mobutu.
Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé. Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé Mobutu. Zabati na yo comité central. Oke bana bandoki. Etumba na bandoki esilite. Damogo pour retenir candidat Mobutu. Otala na bino na miso Mobutu. Bandoki basilite.
Ganga na kombo ya Mobutu. Eko kutin bino rien. Mobutu azongisa unité nationale. Tambola na kati ya Zaire mobimba. Lopa monoko nyonso yo olingi. Moto akotuna yo azali te. Eske kala ezalaka bongo? Tala elengi ya unité nationale.
Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé. Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé Mobutu. Zabati na yo comité central. Oke bana bandoki. Etumba na bandoki esilite. Damogo pour retenir candidat Mobutu. Otala na bino na miso Mobutu. Bandoki basilite.
Belela kombo ya Mobutu. Azongisa la paix na Zaire. Mobutu flambeau ya la paix. Tambola ba région nyonso omonai. Mitema ya bato etonda bisengo na la paix. Zairwa aboya mobulu na kobomana. Kimia ekota na mboka Mobulu elongwa.
Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé. Ya biso candidat Mobutu cessé Mobutu. Zabati na yo comité central. Oke bana bandoki. Etumba na bandoki esilite.
It is Mabudu by Franco Luambo coming through. And before that was Enjoyment by Rude Boy. Starting off that wider music was Ode Eshi by Timaya, Flavor and Young Alpha. Bring you a beautiful sweep. Bring us to exactly 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Welcome to the second and the last hour of Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shaila right here on Channel Africa. Do find us on channel 628 on OpenView HD and channel 802 on DSTV Audio UK. We are also on www.channelafrica.co.za should you wish to stream us live. And our WhatsApp line is +27 634069126. And on Twitter as well, we are also on @ChannelAfrica1. That's where we are on our social platforms. Listen, you can catch us at any time. We are with you all the time. And we've got a YouTube channel now, so you can find us everywhere. We are everywhere. So you've got no excuse to miss any of our shows, right? As I said, welcome to it. My name is Kitty Phetla, and it is that time where we celebrate a life, a giant of the contemporary art world. Koyo Gouho has died. Koyo, who tirelessly championed African artists and became the first woman from the continent of Africa to curate the Venus Biennale, died on Saturday at the age of 57, unfortunately. Her death in a hospital in Basel, Switzerland, was announced in a statement by the Biennale. And the Cameroonian-born curator speaks here about art within the crack and not the polish. Do enjoy.
Heartlines, 10 p.m. to midnight Central African Time with Shayla Dukumana.
I mean, I love Zurich deeply. You know, it's like my city. And I spent so many formative years here. Every corner of this place, I have a memory, you know. I mean, Dynamo, I mean, please, you know. This is a place I spent a lot of time in, you know. Zurich cannot compete in size with any of its neighbors of Paris, London, Berlin, or whatever you want to. But Zurich has this extreme concentration of greatness in a small kind of footprint. I like it because it's still at human level and it has a size that is manageable. The so-called wild 80s, the Bewegung of the 80s, was more on a political level, the way I perceived it, than on a kind of social kind of transformation. This came later, because the high peak of the Bewegung was in the early 80s. I was part of that later generation where we realized that, I mean, this is such a corseted society where everything is so clearly organized, public space is regulated, socializing is all kind of it has to be, you know, liberated somehow. So we started a very illegal program of, you know, infecting the city with some life. And I was part of this group of, I called it social designers, you know, called Parfumerie. We started with the first illegal parties, occupying spaces. It was like a post that time that we realized how much needs to be done and how much the people who live in Zurich are thirsty of, you know, diversity, and also how much we are fed up to go back home at midnight because everything was closing at midnight. And it was really a non-organized, beautiful, inspiring and energetic chaos. I have to say that my failed proposal, I have to say, for Manifesto 11 that took place in Zurich, my idea was really to depart from that spectacular kind of art tourism. A city like Zurich that is considered as this uber clean, uber safe, uber everything kind of place, whereas Zurich has more, you know, folds than that, has more cracks than that, you know, and has a history of a lot of, you know, activism. And I also wanted to look at all these mythologies of, you know, neutrality, of hospitality and conflict resolution, of, you know, the iconic landscape, you know, which Switzerland benefits also a lot of. But it's not man-made. I mean, it's not Swiss people who made the Alps, you know what I mean? Something that I admire about Switzerland and the Swiss mentality is really how smart this country is. Smart in the way to get away with a lot. You know?
Brill on the beat.
Dugunga sama jamono te sama loxo wan ma luy mbëggeel xamal nga ma luy nobel yow dal jëlal lépp loo am ñàkkuma ko leer na ma wuy nobel xam naa lan muy mbëggeel dara gën neex mbëggeel bi nga yëg ci sa xol dund ko yoo bale ma gis naa ci yow jikko ju ma neex lu ma doy feex sama xol bi bëgg naa ñu ngi ka foore fu ñu nee ñu ngi door daaxee ñëpp ñu ràññee te foo ne rek laay bëgg ne foo newul duma fa bëgg ne yow yoo bale ma yow bébé dama réew nga ne ma loxo du la laal yow bébé wayal ma nga ne ma Youssou Ndour la yow àdduna bi suma safee dara yaa ko neex yow wane nga ma fu ne duma réer ko fee wuy nu benn
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
It's exactly 40 minutes after 11 o'clock at the second hour of Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shaila. Find us on OpenView HD on channel 628 and DSTV Audio Book here on channel 802. www.channelafrica.co.za is where you can find us. And our social media platforms, we are at Channel Africa 1. That's where we are. Our WhatsApp line is +27 63 406 9126, and we continue celebrating the life of Goyo Gowo. And the Marriott Oppenheim Prize took Goyo by surprise, and not just because she doesn't care about prizes. The Swiss Cameroonian curator says that she never found much of an echo in Switzerland for the artistic interests, post-colonialism, African diaspora, and identity politics, for which she has received praise in many other countries. Now, Goyo, described by the New York Times in 2015 as one of Africa's prominent art curators, and she always was on the move constantly, and even in the middle of a pandemic. So she never stops. You know, the work always continues with her. And here she is addressing social, political concerns through artistic practice. Well, we seem to have.
It's very important for our thinking at raw material that we don't use art, or we don't work with art as
illustrative system of whatever is going on politically, but rather the contrary. We work with art and artists that are in themselves, in their practice, embed a thinking system that is political or that addresses politics. So that's very important to differentiate, because, and this is also one of the reasons that I have a little bit of issues with certain social practices, artistic practices, because it's the line is very thin to become a kind of illustration of, I think an art organization like Raw Material Company is not an editorial room. So an exhibition is not a newspaper either. So I think artists and certain artists, and those we are interested in and we've been working with over the past few years, are people that have in themselves created their own universes that have a response and have embedded in it political concerns, social concerns, and so on, and not in an illustrative way, but really in a deconstructed, so even subversive ways that are challenging to the society. So that said, as an art organization, you, especially in the context and the territories and the environment that I work with, you cannot not be hands-on, because you wake up in the morning, you open your door, you're faced with issues. You cannot look away. You cannot pretend they are not there. They are just there. So you have to find a way to not necessarily solve them and respond to them, but to engage with them and live with them in a way that makes your work relevant to whatever is surrounding you.
Heartlines. Your late night window into Africa's deep conversations.
Oh, yeah. You and I. I give you sample, girl, I don't love you, today. This love will no be play. This love will no be play. Make I give you sample, girl, I don't love you, today. This love will no be play. This love will no be play. Say I love my woman, no before mouth. If them hate on we meet them fire kata, but oh no. No, they ask me jump question. Let me love my woman, no. No, they ask me that question. Oh, no, yeah. In love, hello, in love. In love, hello, in love. In love, hello, in love. Yeah. In love, hello, in love. Oh, now only you with the boss, my brain, no. With the boss, my brain, no. My mama say, now you. Yeah, you. Oh, baby, I love this love, oh. I no go play with your heart, oh, no. Make I give you sample, girl, I don't love you, today. This love will no be play. This love will no be play. Make I give you sample, girl, I don't love you, today. This love will no be play. This love will no be play. Say I love my woman, no before mouth. If them hate on we meet them fire kata, but oh no. No, they ask me jump question. Let me love my woman, no. No, they ask me that question. Oh no, yeah. In love, hello, in love. In love, hello, in love. In love, hello, in love. Yeah. In love.
without you, girl. It's your body hypnotizer. And me, I go love you tired. I may pass polio, yeah. That's why you be my Alibaba. In love, hello, in love, in love, hello, in love. Say I love my woman, no before mouth, yeah. Give them 8 on we made them fire got a bottle, nah, nah. No, they ask me jump question. Baby, love my woman, no. No, they ask me that question. Oh, no, 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 yeah, yeah.
Love music, love culture, love life. Because you on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Na 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 na. Baby, you be the finest. Is it because about you designer will make you feel like say I don't do it? I just be generous, Mariana, just because you still be my numero. No, no, I never play you for a fool, but you see right through me, yes I know, I know. And if you don't believe them lies, so baby just realize, so that's on me, on me. I love you when you lie to me, that shit feel like therapy. I love you when you lie to me, oh Lord, oh, that shit feel like therapy, 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 yeah. Biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam, biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam. My baby be the finest, my baby be the finest. Biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam, biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam. My baby be the finest, baby. You used to do the freaky things, I still wanna do nasty things. We lose it in the misery, cause nothing really matters anymore. Say baby girl, no matter put me to the stress. Wanna better come check me for the makeup sex. Me put it on you, tell me what you gonna do. Me have a whole heap of something about you, somebody best. So yes I know, yes I know. Somebody best, so yeah, yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love you when you lie to me. Oh yeah, that shit feel like therapy, therapy. I love you when you lie to me, baby. Oh, that shit feel like therapy, therapy, therapy. Yeah. Biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam, biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam. My baby be the finest, my baby be the finest. Biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam, biggie bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam. Biggie bam bam, biggie bam, biggie bam bam. Biggie bam bam, therapy, biggie bam bam. Boom.
Love music, love culture, love life. Because you on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
It is the African perspective indeed, right here on Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla. Bring us to exactly 26 minutes after 11 o'clock as we continue paying tribute. You heard there Therapy by Stone Boy right here on Channel Africa. You can find us on OpenView HD, channel 628, and DSTV Audio Bouquet on channel 802. Stream us live on www.channelafrica.co.za. Our WhatsApp line is +27 63469126, and on Twitter we are at Channel Africa 1. That's our social media platform. That's where you can find us. If you missed the show and you wish to catch it, go to our streaming platform on www.channelafrica.co.za. That's where you can find podcasts of the language of your choosing, and you can grab it there and catch up on what you missed. We're going to continue with our beautiful tribute for Goyo, and finally, as we tribute Goyo's work and her thoughts, she often asks key questions on the human conditions, like she did here in the keynote at IFA Institute of Osladen Bezogen. Do enjoy.
I never met Martin Roth personally. I didn't have that pleasure. But of course, I was aware of his work and of his outstanding reputation, and also of his nonconformism and the capacity of thinking out of the box. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here. I'd like to thank, of course, the entire IFA conveners team who suggested that I speak to this subject, and of course I'd particularly like to thank Andreas Gergen, who is convinced that the work that I do in Senegal is very close to the ideals that Martin Roth had dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, what can culture do? I think it is always an auspicious question that never loses its relevance at any given time. Even though many of us in this room are likely to believe that we live in currently very difficult times, I believe that every generation can claim the same for its time, and the world has never been really great. The truth is that everything is better today than yesterday. However, today we are not sure anymore if things will really be better tomorrow. The work in the backdrop that you see is generally referred to as the obelisk, while its proper title is Das Fremdlinge- und Flüchtlinge-Monument. In other words, Monument for Foreigners and Refugees. The sculpture is by Nigerian artist and writer Oluwagwibe. It was produced in the context of Documenta 14 that was staged last year in Athens and Kassel. It will serve as the visual background for my short presentation and input. It stands here as a memorial that it is. I am also showing it as a stand-in for the current debate that the work is generating in German society, and which for me pretty much shows how culture can at times perform. In an era of incessant exposure to news feeds, unstoppable flow of visuality, political and religious turmoil, and increasingly invisible yet insidious and effective colonization by technology and artificial appropriation, We as humans are grossly assuming the conditions of a constant sounding board. I would like to put forth some ideas that concern me as a Black African female thinking body of the 21st century. I'd like to discuss the causal realities and residual qualities of this perpetual loop via few theses that I believe aptly apply to every human condition. How do we draw our way ahead within a space that seems to be doomed for so many and prosperous for only a few? How do we compose our common future when narratives are formed through algorithms and biology is fictionalized and obliterated? How do we mobilize what is left of the idea of the social, let alone the idea of an ideal society, on the conditions of shrewd, systematic dispossession and visceral toxic racism and sexism? How do we experience the sensitive and the sensual in the age of glory of the fake and augmented and virtual reality and Second Life, when the sensorial is more and more limited to the retinal? How do we produce critical material when material culture is constantly exposed to human greed and destruction, and biodiversity has reached its utmost threshold of precarity? These are a set of questions that culture can help us answer. We could address them by looking at times that condition ourselves. I have singled out 2 times. I think there is a time of feeling, or the time of the tactile, a sense that is generally, totally undervalued: touch. The body moves and shifts to the contours of history. An artist rupture, fragment, and distill the body in a sensorial space. The body is a process that sifts through our hands that forms alphabets, new languages. Its scale morphs and contorts until we are formless, bound by nothing else by earth and culture. And then we get to the ludic, the playtime. Technologies have fragmented us, but they have also reconstituted us. They create possibilities, openings, and fissures. These spaces, however, are open to tampering, suspension, surveillance, and of course, always the luring corruption. History is thus most elusive of things. It proclaims to account for our time, but it's marred at the very least contorted by the subjectivities of others. So, what can culture do? For culture to perform, one is obliged to recognize relationality as its primary precondition. And in that, relationality is based on trust and respect at every level, at every time, with everyone. I have the privilege of living in a country whose pacifist tradition materialized through a culture of dialogue and deep spiritual contempt and moral responsibility has spared it from the political convulsions and military operations that mined most post-independence nation-states in Africa. By setting the priority on culture and education and devoting 40% of his national budget to these fields, President Senghor has done a great service to Senegal. It builds its reputation as a cultured country. It greatly contributed to forging a sense of self of many Senegalese and Africans at large. That is the power of culture. I strongly believe that one of the principal tenets of social theory is to study the relationships between people and institutions, and the strategies and tactics to elaborate the discursive frameworks of social analysis. Changing the world, whether locally or globally, is the common aspiration of all forms of political and cultural action. The turn of the 21st century in Africa resembles, in mood and determination, the period of the early years of independence from colonial rule, though without any recognizable or at least acceptable leading thinkers or political protagonists. The similarities lie not only in the general feeling of reawakening for a new beginning, expressed back in the late 1950s through the successes of the liberation movements that led to independence, and now stimulated by the prospect of an alleged imminent rise to prosperity, to an unprecedented economic boom. In contrast to a contemporary Western Europe plagued by contemporary angst, there is a general feeling of promise and rebirth that is catalyzing societies in Africa, despite the recurrent setback caused by armed conflicts, pandemics, bad governance, and religious fundamentalism. Despite all that, there is no escape from shaping society. It somehow becomes clear to me that shaping a society is not primarily a matter of means, but rather a matter of attitude and mindset. Perhaps one of the most interesting developments in this framework is the emergence of contemporary art spaces in different major African cities in the past 20 years. Although the main difference between cultural spaces in Africa and those in Western societies might be the willingness and social urgency to subvert and question commonly held assumptions around the agency of artists. So in this respect, Raw Material Company, the organization that I founded 10 years ago, is committed to shifting the tensions between art and society. The center was established to provide a space for inquiry of the role of art in society and to create an environment that allowed the discussion of art beyond its material appearance, to look at art as a progressive system of societal transformation, coupled with a staunch perspective of Africa as a global entity rather than a divided geographical, cultural regions. Our philosophy is performing the revived Pan-African mood that is currently perceptible all over the continent. And that, I think, is what culture can do. Thank you.
When the sun goes down, we we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
If you know it, feel free to get up where you are. I wrote this song with the wonderful John Were. Tells the story of my journey to Kisumu to find my true love. Adiambo wa hero rekode, adwaro mondo wa kendre. Lakini jonyuolni ok dwaro mondo kendi kijaloka. Wachiwo gokinyi wa idho gari, wadhi Kisumo. Wachopo Naivasha, ujoiwa Dagocho. Wapiro, wapiro mos mos, wapiro koru, wapiro kigai, wapiro mos mos, wapiro koru, wapiro kigai, wapiro mos mos, wapiro domi. Kane wachopo Nakuru, dewa yudo pacha. Kaonge spere Jumapili, dukni duto olo. Dewa yudo Msamaria mwema, alitusaidia yeye. Wadhi Kisumu, wachopo Kericho, awinjo dumondi, Kalunga. Wapiro, wapiro, wapiro koru, wapiro kigai, wapiro koru, wapiro koru, wapiro kigai, wapiro koru, wapiro domi. malo akisi, malo momero, malo akwito, malo asomali, malo aluya, malo asapere, malo Kenya nzima. Oh, tuwate ukabila. Malo, 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 malo. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Get away on your boat. 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 Please welcome to sing the wonderful Don Owuko.
It is Eric Wainaina with Adiambo right here on Channel Africa. It's exactly 10 to the top of the hour of midnight. Listen, it's been such an amazing time here at Heartlines. Me standing in for Sharla. Thank you so much for being with us always. But I've got a little something to share with you. But before that, you can expect Morris Touch on Afro Republic coming through, and that's coming up a bit later. But here's a little something that I'd like to share with you. To love without condition, to talk without intention, to give without reason, and to care without expectations. That's the spirit of love. That is so true and so profound. Never have expectations. Just do for the sake of doing, and it must come effortlessly. So I thoroughly agree with that one. Absolutely beautiful. That's a beautiful quote right there. And there's always a way that we love sharing quotes with you here at Heartlines. My name is Kitty Phetla, standing in for Sharla. It's exactly 10 to till the top of the hour. And don't forget to catch us on OpenView HD on channel 628 and DSTV Audio Bouquet. You can find us on channel 802, and you can stream us and find any podcast of shows that you have missed on www.channelafrica.co.za. And the WhatsApp line is +27 63 406 9126. We'll be back in just a moment.
Love music, love culture, love life. Because you on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Crossing over to Morris Touch for Afro Republic. What can we expect on Afro Republic, Morris? Good evening to you.
Hi, Kitty. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm very well. You have to forgive me for that, trying to circle in a bit. But anyway, we coming through with a very fantastic show. So much is lined up until the hour of 3 o'clock. We've got a very beautiful musical lineup, beautiful playlist. But over and above that, we're still celebrating Africa Month. We're still celebrating Channel Africa's birthday. So there are loads and loads of celebration. So much will be shared during this 3 hours. I can tell you that our musical journey, our quest to find out exactly how our musical space is growing as a continent, vis-a-vis what we are experiencing from other parts of the world. We'll definitely dive into that and find out exactly what is done the last 60 or 50 years as far as the growth of our music is concerned. Remember, we have broken serious records with the continent. We would like to check in those some of those records that we have broken. Like, I'll give you a classic example. A track by a Nigerian artist, beautiful record called Sweet. Dude, that song went on to sell over 30 million copies, and that's a big record that time. And one would like to know as well that we might want to find out as well why that song was so big. It was so big because the person who made that song believed in it so much, even after some record companies had refused to take that song as a record just to record him. So yeah, those are some of the beautiful stories that we'll find as we journey through the next coming 3 hours.
Thank you so much, Morris. In the spirit of celebrating Africa Month, there's so much to expect on Afro Republic. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Have a lovely one too.
Thank
it's good
you.
to see you.
Thank you. Have a good one as well. It brings us to exactly 53 minutes after 11 o'clock right here on Heartlines with me, Kitty Phetla, standing in for Shyla. And this happens Monday to Friday, of course, between 10 and midnight CAT, right here from the SABC studios in Johannesburg, South Africa. Listen, this is me to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for hanging out with me. And we shall be together soon. You know, it's not a goodbye, it's see you later or chat to you later. And thank you so much to all our guests that came through today, and a beautiful tribute that we did as well. To all our fallen heroes, may your souls rest in peace. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. May you transcend into a new day, into a new year. And, you know, getting older means getting wiser, I guess. Hey, so wishing you all the best and happy birthday to you. And thank you. Until we meet again, until we chat again, have a beautiful one.
Il faut que ça danse. Vous pouvez danser aussi, hein. Faut pas arrêter comme ça, vous pouvez danser. Ça fait du bien aussi, hein. Ça nous donne plus d'énergie. Merci.